So hello everyone, I am Monica, as you know. So here I am going to do this reading passage. I have taken it from book 18, number test 3, reading passage 3. The name of this passage is The Case for Mixed Ability Classes. The Case for Mixed Ability Classes. Okay, they are explaining some example relating to mixed ability classes where intelligent as well as lower standard student will be there. Okay, I have understood the title of this passage. Now I will go to the type of questions we have. First we have MCQs from 27 to 30 questions. Second we have yes, no, not given, and third we have complete the summary using list of phrases. Okay, this is help box. I will do my reading with the first type of question. I will start it with my first type of question, because try to understand how I am doing it. There is no hurry for me, but yes, for you hurry is there, but hurry you can do it in a fast manner. You can do this reading passage when you will be doing practice. So without practice you can't achieve anything. Believe me, I'm telling you, those who are doing daily basis practice, almost 3 full reading test, they can achieve it. So if you ask yourself how many passages you are doing on yourself. Okay, so let's start this. The writer describes the Romeo and Juliet lesson in order to demonstrate. Okay, describes Romeo. This definitely you will get it for the location, but the actual meaning of this question statement I need to understand. The writer describes lesson in order to demonstrate what he wants to demonstrate by telling this lesson. Okay, so I will not be reading this. First I will go to the first paragraph. Definitely first type of question we have in first paragraph. So Romeo and Juliet, I can see it here, so I will just make it. So do it with me. So I have just done it for you. So Romeo and Juliet is here. So first paragraph, what they are saying, picture this scene. It is an English literature lesson in UK, and the teacher has read an extract from Romeo and Juliet with a class of 15-year-olds. He has given some of the students copies of No Fear, Shakespeare kid-friendly translation of the original. For 3 students, even these literacy demands are beyond them. Another girl simply can't focus, and he gives her pens and all. The teacher can ask No Fear group to identify the key characters and may provide. So this drama describes what the writer wants to demonstrate. So teacher is giving something, Romeo and Juliet related something to these students. The teacher can ask No Fear group to identify the key characters, may provide a tentative plot. He can ask most of the class about character development, 5 of them. Okay. Now 2 curious students are wondering whether Shakespeare advocates living a life of moderation of one passionate engagement. Okay, so here we can read it again. Okay, I will go to the this options. Question number 1 option. Question number 1 says how students, the writer describes Romeo and Juliet lesson in order to demonstrate how few students are interested in literature. So this was not given. How a teacher handles a range of learning needs. How yes, teacher was doing range of learning needs. Let's read others. How unsuitable Shakespeare is for most teenagers. No, this is not given. How weaker students can disrupt their classmates' learning. This was also not given. So we will go with this B. Okay. So you can read the whole paragraph again. Nothing, they have not described any student was disturbing other students, and few students are interested in literature. Nothing is also given. Demands are beyond. Another girl simply can't focus, gives her pen and pencil to draw with. Teachers can ask No Fear to, and so many things, but nothing they have described about this. Nothing they have described about this. Not suitable for this. So I will go with this. Okay. So just try to understand what they have not described. So it means this is left. So I will just put this answer. So next 28. What does the writer say about streaming in the third paragraph? Now location they have given. Streaming. So what the writer is saying about this streaming. Okay. So third paragraph, we will go to third paragraph. This is streaming, third paragraph. I will show it full paragraph. Start reading it with me. This practice of streaming or tackling involves separating students into classes depending on their diagnosed levels of attainment. At a macro level, it requires the establishment of academically selective schools for the brightest students and comprehensive schools for the rest. Within schools, it means selecting students into a stream of general ability or sets of subjects. So this practice is intuitively appealing to almost every stakeholder, means every person here. Appealing to almost every practice means they are talking about streaming only. Okay, so I will show you the options first. Yeah, writers say, okay, it has a broad appeal. Appealing to almost every stake that we need to consider it. I will just check it again. It favors clever students. No, it was not given. Clever student, it was not. It is relatively simple to implement. This we can consider. It works better in some schools than others. This was also not saying the same thing. So it has a broad appeal. So we can read it again. Separating student depending on their diagnosed level of attainment. Okay, it requires establishment of selective students for the bright student, comprehensive within school. So a stream of general ability or sets of subjects. This practice is intuitively appealing to almost every stakeholder depending on their diagnosed level. So next paragraph we can't read because this is fourth paragraph. So quest within school, it means selective students. So what we can select for that? It has a very broad appeal, intuitively appealing to almost every, broad appeal. It favors, no, it is relatively simple to implement. Simple to implement also we can put on their it requires within schools, it means selecting streaming ability or sets of specific abilities, intuitively appealing to almost every stakeholder. It has a broad appeal. It is okay, it is relatively simple to implement. We will just put this, okay, not broad appeal. They are implementing it. Now coming to 29. What idea is suggested by the reference to mount this in the fifth paragraph? Now fifth paragraph is there. You can see the question statement. Location they have already given. Now, okay. So first paragraph, second, third, fourth and fifth. This is fifth paragraph and I can see the word here that I have selected here. You can see this word. Okay. Now I will read it. So this is the location for this. Mixed ability classes bore students, frustrate parents and burnout teachers. The brightest ones will never mount this, and stragglers won't enjoy the lovely stroll in the park. They are perhaps more suited to individuals suffer at the demands of collective. Mediocrity prevails, so is learning like hiking. Okay, the brightest ones will never submit this. Okay, what idea is suggested by the reference to the mount this? Whatever the name in the fifth paragraph. Students following unsuitable paths. This is not given. Students attempting interesting tasks. No. Students not achieving their full potential. This clearly it is not given. Students not being aware of their limitations. So actually this is indirect way what they want to say. Both students, frustrated parents, burnout teachers, brightest ones will never submit. And stragglers won't enjoy the lovely strolls in the park because they are more suited. Stragglers. Individuals suffer at the demands of collective. Mediocrity, so nothing. Students following unsuitable path. Yeah, no. Students attempting interesting tasks. This is also not given. Students not achieving their full attention. So yeah, this, if you just read it, mixed ability, okay, the brightest ones will never submit this, and stragglers won't enjoy the lovely stroll in the park. They are perhaps more suited. Individuals suffers at the demand of collectives, and mediocrity prevails. So is learning like hiking. Students not okay. Learning like hiking, they are just doing it. not achieving their full potential, we will go with that. Okay, so 30th, what does the word scaffolding in the 6th paragraph refer to? This meaning he is asking. So next paragraph is this, scaffolding is here, but we will read it from here. So it doesn't mean that we will ignore the things. So the current pedagogical which emerged out of this person name is here. In the 1930s, emphasized the importance of targeting a student specific zone of proximal development, ZPD. This is the gap between what they can achieve only with support, teachers, textbook, parents and so on, and what they can achieve independently and with the help of textbook and teachers. The purpose of teaching is to provide, then gradually remove this scaffold. This scaffolding means gap, until they are autonomous. If we accept this model, it follows that streaming students with similar ZPDs would be an efficient and effective solution. That's forcing everyone can on the same hike regardless of aptitude would be madness. So they are talking of scaffolding means this is gap. Okay, the factors which prevent a student from learning effectively. The factors which student from learning, no, there is no prevention. The environment where most of the students learning takes place, most of the students learning environment. The purpose of teaching is to provide and then gradually remove this until they are autonomous. If we accept this, it follows streaming students would be an efficient. The environment where most of the learning takes place. So that is not the here they are talking about teachers purpose purpose of teaching to provide, and this no environment where most, this is also not given. The assistance given to a student in their initial, teachers main purpose is given, assistance given by teachers, we can go with this. The setting of appropriate learning targets for a student's aptitude, this is also not given. That learning targets are also, they are not explaining anything like that, you can read it here. Main thing is the word is here, the purpose of teaching is to provide and then gradually remove this until they are autonomous, means their teachers should be given assistance to a student. Okay, now coming to next. So this is next type of question, complete the summary using the list of phrases we have been given here, and we will just start. According to Professor John Hattie of this research institute, there is very little indication that streaming leads to. Okay, so this person name, so until that we have finished this page here, so we will read it from here, and so we will start reading from here. Despite all this, there is limited empirical evidence to suggest that streaming results in. So streaming word was there. So next page is first line is showing this person name. Okay, so I will just read it again. Professor research, there is very little indication that streaming leads to tracking has minimal effect on streaming appears, this is not leading. So let's not ignore this line also, the first where the paragraph is starting. Despite all this, there is limited empirical evidence to suggest that streaming results in better outcomes for students. Okay, then they are talking about this professor. Okay, so what they are saying, there is very little indication. So I think this is perfectly matching, you can see this. There is very little, so this is trap actually. So student will start looking from this sentence, they will ignore, student will ignore these two lines from this paragraph, same paragraph. Okay, this is a trap. So actually this is the thing they have given like that. Despite all this, there is a limited empirical evidence, little indication that streaming, that is also there, streaming results in. So next line is better outcomes for student. Better outcomes, we will just look at better outcomes. Higher achievement, we can put higher achievement. Okay, now coming, he points out that in schools which use streaming. So now coming to Notes means points out that tracking has minimal effect on learning outcomes. Minimal effect. So I will show you the full paragraph. Just a minute. So line wise line, you need to complete the summary, complete the notes exercise. He points out, he notes, this person notes that tracking has minimal effect. So minimal effect, he points out that in school which using streaming, the most same lines sentence structure you will not get. You have to just reread it. Most significant effect is those students placed in the tracking has minimal effects on learning outcomes. Okay, most significant impact. Streaming appears to significantly schools using streaming, minimal effects on learning outcomes. He points at the school using streaming, the most significant effect is on those students placed in the, what is more, streaming appears. Okay, streaming is here, appears to significant is also there, and negatively is on those students placed in the, assigned to the students is also there, placed in the lowest set. Can we just match lowest set? Bottom sets is there, so we will just put D here. Okay, now where, especially where a large proportion of them have, so large proportion, these students, now next line we are going to read, these students tend to have much higher representation, means large proportion of them of low socio-economic class, them have low socio-economic class. Wrong classes, this we have selected, weaker section, have low weaker students, no, so social status they are talking, this disadvantaged backgrounds, where a large proportion of them have disadvantaged background, so F will come here. You can read this, higher representation of low socio-economic class background. Okay, now next line, meanwhile for the dash there appears to be only minimal advantage. Now minimal advantage for the, okay, meanwhile also, less significant is the small benefit. Okay, benefit means advantage, you can see this, minimal advantage, small benefit for those lucky clever students. Less significant is in the less significant, for the less significant there appears to be minimal advantage, for those lucky clever students, for less significant lucky clever students, this we can find it. Okay, for lucky clever students we can get this, brightest pupils. You can read this sentence structure again, especially. Now meanwhile for that lucky clever students there appears to be only minimal advantage, less significant is the small benefit for those, lucky clever students, means brightest pupil that they are talking about here. Okay, now coming to next, a further issue is that teachers tend to have dash of students in streamed group. Further issue is that, so what we have left, overall result is that now we are looking for teachers in the latest update. Latest update means further issue is that, now you can see this, further issue is that here I have selected in the latest update of Heath is influential. Now I am looking for teachers. One of the most significant factors is the teachers estimate, means tend to have 10 estimate of achievement of students. Streaming students by diagnosed achievement automatically limits what the teacher feels is capable of. So limitations they are talking about, so tend to have lower expectations. Okay, limitations they are talking, you can see this, automatically limits what the teacher feels the student is capable of. Mixed environment, estimates need to be more diverse. No, this is not the location, this is the location. Estimate of achievement, streaming students by diagnosed. So 2 sentences they have just done it for 1. So here we will put. Now coming to next question. How to do yes, no, not given. This is also important type of question. Usually it appears in exam. Let's read the question statement, try to understand, and we will just find one keyword, one or two keywords. This person name, definitely we will get it. Of education supports the concept of, he is supporting the concept of mixed ability class. So whether this model of education supports this concept, then yes. If he is not supporting, then no. If he is not explaining anything supporting thing or concept of mixed class ability, so that is given. So not given, it is not possible, I think so. So let's read where this name is there. So we know, we have already done this reading, so we know the location. So last type of question is this location is here. So whether this model is supporting mixed class ability, then it is yes, and otherwise if it is no. So emerged out in the this name emphasize the importance of targeting a student specific zone of this is the gap between what they can achieve. So we know the main thing what they are talking about, which emerged out of work of, okay, in the emphasize the importance of treating a student specifically zone development. This is the gap between they can achieve with the support of teachers and what they can achieve independently. The purpose of teaching is to provide and remove this their autonomy. If we accept this model, okay, it follows that streaming students with similar ZPD would be an efficient and effective solution, and that forcing everyone on the same hike regardless of aptitude would be madness. So what they are saying here, model of supports the concept. So they are estimating, not supporting, would be an efficient. If we accept this model, it follows. So actually direct it is not supporting, that's why answer I will put no. Okay, now teachers, some teachers are uncertain, some teachers are uncertain. So here some teachers are uncertain about allowing students to take MQ roles in the classroom. So I will find this role, this word, with the help of this word we can get to the location, and then we will find whether these teachers, some teachers were uncertain or certain about allowing student to take on these rules. Okay, so MKO in first passage, so definitely first page we can't go MKO, so I will look for second page. So in second page MKO is here. Definitely we have completed the previous question till this paragraph. Definitely we can get this location here. MKO. Okay, some teachers are uncertain. A crucial aspect of this theory is the role of MKO, more knowledgeable other in the knowledge construction. While teachers are, yes, they were talking about teachers. While teachers are traditionally the MKOs in the classrooms, the value of knowledgeable student peers must not go unrecognized either. Are uncertain about allowing students in the, so they are not talking about any uncertainty. So I will go with not given. So you can read it again with me. I will show it to you. While teachers are traditionally the MKOs in the classroom, the value of knowledgeable student peers must not go unrecognized either. So they are not uncertain. They are not talking about certain or uncertainty about allowing student to take MKO roles in the classroom. Nothing they have explained like that. 38. It can be rewarding to teach knowledge which you have only recently acquired. Okay, rewarding to teach knowledge, okay. So okay, so no, sorry, but I have taken wrong page. Yes, so here this we have done. Let's read it what they are saying. Amazing to watch students get over an idea to peers in the way I would never think. They operate with different language, social tools from teachers, and having just learned it themselves, they possess similar cognitive structures to their struggling classmates. There is also something exciting about passing on skills and knowledge that you yourself have just mastered. A certain pride and zeal, certain freshness, everything they are giving. It can be rewarding to teach knowledge which you have only recently acquired. There is something exciting about passing on skills, that knowledge that you yourself must just have mastered. A certain pride and zeal means your reward a certain freshness to the interaction between teacher and learner that is often lost by expert. So we can go, so everything is matching actually, we can't go word by word, so meaning is clear, so I will just keep it yes. Next is, the priority should be to ensure that the highest achieving students attain their goals. Okay, so priority should be ensure highest achieving students attain their goals. Okay, what we should do it, priority highest achieving goals. Okay, having a variety of different abilities provides valuable resources for helping students meet their learning needs. Okay, so what the priority should be to ensure that the highest achieving students attain their goals. Okay, there should be priority to ensure highest achieving students attain their goals. Okay, is often lost by, there is also something passing on skills. Okay, having a variety of different abilities in a collaborative learning environment provides valuable resources for helping students meet their learning needs, not to mention improving their communication and social skills. Okay, priority should be to ensure, so there is no priority. Having a variety of different abilities and collaborative learning environment provides valuable resources for helping students. Yes, so valuable environment to all these students are given, but priority should be given, that is not given. To ensure, not to mention improving their communication, their goals. Okay, not to mention, it is given na, you can see, not to mention improving their communication and social skills, students attain their goals, so that we will just put it no. Okay, 48, taking part in collaborative outdoor activities. Now outdoor activities with teachers and classmates can improve student outcomes in the classroom. Okay, now hardly few lines are left, you can see this. Once a year I go on a hike, means outdoor activities, you can see this, sorry, with my class, a mixed bunch of students. It is challenging. The fittest students realize they need to encourage the reluctant. There are lookouts who report back and extra items to carry for others. We make it together. Okay, so nothing, they have not explained anything. Improve student outcome in the classroom. Improve student outcome in the classroom, nothing is given, so I will just put it not given. You can see this, and you can see this paragraph. Read it again, you will come to know the answer. Thank you so much.